Morning. Just making sure I am up and live. I just realized I got my door open. Coming in today. Hi, Corrie Thorne, spiritual healer. For anyone who's new, I see there's a lot of new people joining to my page and following, and thank you so much for choosing to follow my page and to like my work. I am honored to be able to have so many people in my life right now. This is a Thursday morning. You don't often see me on a Thursday morning, but I'm in my office. I'm working, preparing classes, school, a lot of things into, if you don't know, I have another site, not a page, but a website that is called Corrie. It's in teachables.com, and it's Corrie School of Magic. And it is full, chock full of a lot of programs, not just me. I'm not the only facilitator in there, but it is a lot of programs in Corrie School of Magic that I highly suggest. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just coming in to do a card of the morning, but mostly to talk about good morning, Linda, Lindsay, Rachel, Serena, good morning, Wendy. Catching me at work. Glad I can go to work. And that's Princess Leia jumping off the back of the chair. She's pissed off now because I disturbed her. So good morning. Just letting some people come in. Juanita, Carlene. And it is, like I said, it's a Thursday morning. I'm not often in here on a Thursday morning. And sorry, gotta move I'm not often in here on a Thursday morning. It's not usually a day that I come in. I am getting ready to teach level 4 of More Than Existing tonight. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. But I want to talk a little bit about the upcoming things that we have happening. We have a lot happening. We're very, very busy of getting a lot of things out for the new year coming into January. And we are preparing to put off a big event, online event, which will start in January, which is in January as well. But More Than Existing is starting again in January. So I wanted to step in here this morning to talk a little bit about that. And I'll also give you a card of the day. So good morning, Nicole, Donna, Sherry, Carlene, Juanita. Good morning. And so I have a lot of energy shifting. I'm like, holy crap, there's a lot of energy in here this morning. I have a lot of energy happening within me. So start coming in January. If you're following my page or you're on YouTube and you have not yet checked out Corrie School of Magic, teachables.com, I highly recommend that you do. We have so many things in there, and we have so many meditations. And I know the full moon just ended, but the full moon meditation that I just done, that's in there. In the Corrie School of Magic, there's a lot of stuff that is free. Yes, there is my paid courses, but there's a lot of free. January, oh my God. January, I think it's like the weekend of the 8th, we are launching a massive free weekend event. And it is many amazing women who are going to be speaking. It is Friday night. It is Friday evening, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. You can join the things that you want to join. There's going to be a full schedule of all of these amazing healers, mediums, oils. Like there's so many things, life coaches, the word alchemist. There's, oh my God, there's so many. I think right now, I believe there is 12 presenters who is going to be presenting at this event. You have to go to Corrie School of Magic, teachables.com to sign up. It is free. It is costing you nothing, but it is happening all weekend in January the 8th. And the link is posted up above, that you go in, you enroll into the school, and then you'll get an email that'll show you, and the list will come up in the next week or so. You're going to see a list of all the presenters. There is myself. There is my dear friend and my mentor, Laura Lee Scobie, who's going to be doing some meditation work, some breath work. There is going to, and she's an amazing healer as well. There is going to be Cynthia Fontaine, who is like one of the most incredible mediums. She's also there. Lisa Starr Francis. Lisa Richard. Lisa Star Francis is the word alchemist. Lisa Richard owns Loving Energy Recharge. She does some amazing healing work. She works into the human design, as well as Leanne Wolf, who is like the queen of the human design world. She owns Power of Self. Oh God, who else do we have? We got some amazing people from all over. We have Michelle Snelling, who's coming in with her oils. She's an amazing medium as well. Oh my, I don't even know. It's like there's so many women that are a part of this event. I really highly, highly suggest you get in there and really take part in this event. It is like, and you don't have to be there for all of it. Krista Bellafou is also coming in with her amazing oils and the benefits of oils as well. Oh, I get so excited because there's so many people. I have to go look at my list because it's just like over the moon. But these women are like so incredible, so incredible. They will be talking about a little bit of everything. I will be doing 4 different conversations on 4 different things in there as well. And like I said, you can take part in whichever one you want to take part in, but just enroll. Corrie School of Magic, teachables.com. Hi, everybody who's joining in. So nice to have everyone here talking about what's coming up in January, because I'm too excited. We are going to be listing out a big ad campaign for it. You'll see all of the, you'll see all the presenters, you'll see everybody there. You'll see some coming into my podcast over the next few weeks, as I'll be launching more podcasts and having some conversations with some of these women that'll be coming in. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, then you're very well aware of my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel that I do all the weekly vlogs, the weekly messages, the podcasts are on there, all of the monthly zodiacs, all the December's monthly zodiac for all of your signs are all up there. They are all channeled messages for those born under the collective of each sign. Also, I will be launching the yearly forecast for each sign, but you can also purchase your own forecast reading for 2021 through me, and I'm only taking a limited number. They take a while to do. It takes up to 2 weeks to get them back, but it's a full video. It takes me usually about an hour to record it for you. And so if you want to purchase one of those, that's on my Facebook page. Also, I believe it's on my website as well, that you can purchase the forecast reading. It is an acuity. So good morning. You just noticed my shirt. Yes, this is the shirt I wore in Austin. The woman, a witch, a woman in total control of herself. Yes, and there's Lisa Star Francis. She was in Austin, Texas with me. So a group of women that I met in Austin, Texas a few years back at Oraclepalooza are all presenters at this upcoming event that we have in January that we are launching. Also, one last thing before I go into the cards is More Than Existing, which is the book that came with the program that I have about healing ourselves first, self-actualization, self-awareness, and then with the possibility that if you want to keep moving forward, that you can take the training in becoming a light worker coach of the More Than Existing through the More Than Existing program. 4 levels. It starts with level 1, a 6-month all about you self-actualization program. That starts again January the 11th. It's a Monday night, 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. It is live, interactive. All sessions are recorded. If you miss a class, don't worry. You will get to be able to do your recordings. This will be the 4th generation of level 1 that will be starting in January. I started this a few years ago. It has turned into a movement of women who are making the choice to choose them. We have many options for payments. It's like, well, it fills my heart. I wrote a whole book. I wrote 4 books actually that are all coming out. We also have a deck of oracle cards that hopefully we will be starting pre-sale in February for the cards. This is just the pictures, but there is so much happening. So thank you for being here. Thank you for following. Thank you for always being here. Now that the room has filled up a little bit, we've let in, we've opened up the energy. I am going to the amazing Fairy Forest cards by Lucy Cavendish this morning to pass on a card of the day for everybody. So let's see what we got coming for today. And if you felt anything like me yesterday, if you watched I posted the vlog message for the week yesterday, and I said yesterday I was fucking angry. It was like I was pissed off for no reason. I don't know why. I just felt angry. I felt upset. I'm like, I came flying through the moon. I was all doing well. I was feeling good. And then all of a sudden it was like crash, burn, come in for this landing in of just like bullshit kind of freaking energy. I fell into it and I'm like, poof, falling into it. And I'm like, holy crap, what was that? And where did that come from? It's like I couldn't even pull my crap together. And I said, I'm like, I could barely even get my hair brushed yesterday. It was like everything was like spinning, spiraling backwards. It's like I was getting like my feet were trying to climb this mountain. And instead of saying, you know what, there's another way around, it was like I was trying to go straight up and it was sliding back down. That's what yesterday felt like. Today, I'm not sure yet what today feels like. All I've done so far today is sit in this office and trying to get some work done, and it is still early in the morning. But I was called to come in here. So being called, good morning, everybody who's joining. You felt that too yesterday, Tracy? I know, it was crazy. Crazy freaking energy. But I can tell you, what I've learned over the years is it is temporary. It doesn't get to have a hold and control over me. I recognize it and I'm like, what am I feeling today? What do I need to sit with today? What is, sometimes I have to ask, is this my energy or is this the world? And so I really feel as most of it was kind of the world. I did have some guilt yesterday because I had to go spend some money on getting some tires put on my truck. And I don't know if it's just something about spending money on ourselves sometimes that needs to be spent that we just kind of feel really guilty. And I'm like, every time I have to go spend a large amount of money, I feel so guilty that I'm spending this money that should be going somewhere else. And I know it's a necessity. I live in Alberta. We need winter tires, but $1,300. And it was like just that sense of everything in the guilt story just came piling up. And it was like, I just felt guilty. I felt ashamed. There was all these things. And I'm like, what is this? And where is that going through? Right. And then lately you went straight through this funnel with the right. Exactly. And it's like just freaking flying through life, just getting through. And so today, as I heard this, I'm like, could you go in and just go in and be you today, Corrie? Just go in and be real you. So it's not a channeled message today. You're getting all of Corrie. You're getting all of what I do. So the card that's coming out, and the cards won't let me stop. So I can tell you this is a healing card that I feel like that's coming up. And you just can't make this shit up. That's actually what book number 4 is called. You can't make this shit up. And so it's the magic and miracles of life. And when we truly can learn to laugh at ourselves, when we can find humor in our situations, when we can find humor in our crazy moments, in our like out to lunch moments that we have, like I was so out of sorts yesterday. I went to get out of the truck. And when I went to get out of my truck, I still had my frigging seatbelt on. That's how crazy my energy was yesterday. I'm like stuck in my seatbelt. And I can remember back then and I knew in a moment that my grandfather, my mom's father, was with me, because I remember standing in my grandparents' driveway one day and I watched him go to get out of his car. And it was right when you just had to start wearing seatbelts. And he had his seatbelt on and he went to get out and he like almost choked himself trying to get out because he had the seatbelt on that he wasn't used to wearing. And I remember rolling on the ground, laughing at my grandfather, trying to get himself back out of the seatbelt. And of course, seatbelts weren't like they are today. Back then, this was a long time ago. I'm almost 50 years old. So I was young. And I just remember that I remembered that moment in the moment and I started to laugh. So the card that comes out for us today is She Who Laughs. She Who Laughs. And no matter how serious our moments are, no matter what's happening, there's a moment where if we can let ourselves have a chuckle, have a laugh, it's humor, finding the humor, seeing things from a new perspective, the mirth. And so it's that mirth energy, the humor perspective, finding things like if we can, like you said yesterday, I was trying to climb up the front of the mountain and all I had to do was look to the side, look in a new direction, look at things differently. It was like, and the moment I shifted that energy, things started to change. So by last night, I was able to sit on the couch. I was looking out my window, and I seen this man trying to walk his little dog, and the dog wouldn't walk, and he was jumping at the snowflakes on my little projector thing that's in front of the house. And I started to laugh, and I'm like, that dog on the leash that's kind of choking himself to get the snowflakes, that's kind of what I was like all day, kind of choking myself off, trying to, justify to myself, explain to myself why I would have went and bought winter tires, why I spent money, like all the things that were really that I was allowing to keep me tied and tethered to a moment that was now done. And so in the in the moment of finding that and finding that laughter is that once you start to laugh, once you can let yourself laugh, you're actually taking deeper breath and you're breathing deeper. And that our breath is our connection to source. And if you have nothing else in the day, take a breath, right? It's like sometimes you have to step away from your own self. Get out of your own way. If you physically imagine picking yourself up, picking up the crazy moment that we're having, and know that that's a previous experience coming to life. We are being triggered by something that is taking us to an old event, an old moment, and we're allowing old energy to come into our present moment experience. Pick it up. Imagine picking it up like a ball, and pick it up and throw it. Throw it over there, get out of your own way, and just say, you got to go over there, girl. This is that's just crazy. And so moving and shifting that out of your own way. Thanks, Vicky. I'm so glad you're back. And so being able to move that, laughing is healing. In my darkest times, when something makes me laugh, it feels like a weight off, right? It does. And I just remember my grandmother was a twin, Pansy and Daisy. And that's on my mom's side. And there's seven girls. They're the seven of seven. They're seven little witches. Amazing little women. And so they're so gifted and they're so funny. And so these women, and my grandmother's like 4 foot nothing, like little tiny little thing. And when she would laugh, she would snort. And so when her and her twin would get together, there'd be two snortings, right? They're like Pansy and Daisy would just be laughing hilarious. I remember when my grandfather passed away, we're all at the church having our little visit, and these sisters, because together they were so funny. So together they were sitting, and I thought they were all crying because, here's my grandfather had passed. We're all sitting waiting. And my grandfather was the most beautiful human being ever. And so they're sitting there, and I go over and hug I'm like, are you okay, Nan? And I realize she is snorting, laughing, and she's trying to hold her snorts. And I'm like, what is going on? She said, your aunt, your great aunt just told me the craziest story about them being away on holidays and there's something funny happening to them. And they just got into this fit of laughing. And I'm like, that was God's way of lightening the load for my grandmother, of finding a way to be able to lighten her pain in the moment so that she could have a breathing moment to be able to breathe through the grief that she was going through. There is that moment, that breath that she gets to take and to be able to breathe through the moment. So remembering our loved ones through the times that we had of the humorous moments, on how they could, when they give us those reminders, and that in those moments of, even in their grief, they, even in their hard times, they still found those silver thread moments to be able to laugh, to be able to look at things, even if it's just for a moment, to have a different view, to have a different, a different way of looking things. So when we're having an angry moment, when we have a total mental breakdown moment and we lose our shit, after the fact, instead of like being mad and feeling shameful at yourself for having that crazy moment for anything, you kind of got to look back. Sometimes we got to go back and say, I'm sorry. And then other times it's like, you got to sit and kind of laugh at yourself. You got to be able to laugh at your own moment, laugh at your own experiences, and also know that those experiences are all temporary. Everything that is happening in that experience, in that moment, is temporary. And when you can start to look at, I'm having a bad day, I'm having a bad moment, it's like, the next moment may be something great. a magic miracle may be coming in that you don't even know it's going to happen. And you can expect the unexpected in a good thing instead of expecting the unexpected in the horrible things. It's like if we're always waiting for the bad to get worse instead of waiting for a not so great moment to get better, we start to rise and start to allow ourselves to think like that. It's like instead of waiting for one bad day to get even worse, it's like, okay, there's got to be something coming today that is better than the last moment. And it does. So in the moment, it's like no matter how crappy that day was last night, when I started my teaching, I was teaching my level 2 students, which is beyond the reflection. It was their last class. They graduated. I had another group of students who graduated from another level of more than existing. And they experienced the moment that happened in that session was so incredible. I'm a channel. I work as a mystic. I never know what's coming through. And so once I step in and I start channeling, I don't know what they're going to do. And in came this amazing experience that allowed me to take those students, to take those amazing women on a quantum leap journey. And we went on a massive quantum leap journey. We were at those gates at those golden gates of creating heaven on earth. And we are here to create our heaven on earth, even if it's in the moment. And sometimes we have to dig a little bit deeper to find those moments. And I work in taking people on past life journeys, on future journeys of being able to travel with you. I take you on astral travels. We do all this. So in a moment, you can take yourself on a journey from being from this moment to that moment by just placing your hand up on your heart, recognizing you're human, holding your hand to your heart. This hand is full of healing. Place your healing hand up on your heart. Take a deep breath. In that moment, you just traveled past your event. Breathe back out. Breathe in again. Raise that energy. You just removed yourself from that moment, from that situation, because that next moment is now a future moment. You're now in your new present. Everything that happened 1 minute ago is now in the past. And that's what you have to keep remembering. Every single one of those moments is now in the past. It's over here. Now I'm here. I was over there 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago. Now I'm right here. Where am I right now? What is the opportunity right now, where I am right now? Take another breath. Breathe again. You may have to do 10 of those before you can truly feel your energy shift. But then you can truly feel yourself in a new present moment. That means you did this. You moved yourself into your future. You were your own magnetic energy that had everything inside of you to shift yourself from that moment to this moment. Like freaking magic. Like magic, you moved. You moved. You got out of your own way and you made something happen in your life and you created a change in your life and you did a moment of healing upon yourself and you changed your story. In that moment, you changed your story. That's how it goes. We complicate it. We make it way more difficult than what it needs to be. And that moves us from just existing to realizing that we are worthy of existing. We are so worthy of that breath. We're so worthy of that light. We're so worthy to be able to take a moment, an opportunity, and shift and change it and turn it into a new opportunity. And in that new opportunity, something great may just be waiting for you. And you never know. Samuel, people always ask me, why do I laugh at my own jokes? And I used to say it's because they're funny, but I understand. But you just said about laughing makes you level up as a person. Yes, exactly, Samuel. You got to be able to, right? Laughing at your own self is leveling up. You are raising your own vibration, raising that energy. And if you look at yourself as energy instead of as like this blob of a person standing there, see yourself as energy. If you can take, when you hit a ball and the ball goes forward, you've projected it forward. Well, that's you. take your energy, shift and move your energy by pushing yourself forward, right? And that's how energy changes. If you stay in the same old story, you keep repeating the same old words, you keep doing the same shit over and over and expecting a different result, well, you're stuck in the mud and your energy is not going nowhere. If you take the deep breath in, believe in yourself a little bit and push yourself forward, things change. And that's why I do this. Look at this crazy ass dog. If that's why I do these type of exercises with people, I get you to move and shift away from your own physical body so that you can feel a change. Move away from you, right? We never know. Imagine, that's right. We never know. Imagine the possibilities. Yes. And Michelle says she's so thankful for her More Than Existing program. Yeah, life-changing. Michelle didn't even know what she had inside of her. You don't know the magic that's inside of you if you're not willing to push yourself a little bit farther than you did 2 minutes ago. And so when we continue to say, and I always say this in all of my sessions, if people come to me for one session, I can give you all the messages in the world. They will not matter if you do not take the healing, the inspiration from it, and make a change in your own life. You can be on repeat. Oh, I'm waiting for this answers. I'm waiting. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Why do we sit there waiting for somebody else or something outside of us to come in to bring change in our lives? Why do we wait for that right person? Why do we wait for that right job opportunity? What are we waiting for? I have horrible body things that happen to my health. I had a choice to sit there and wait for possibly a surgery, possibly a pill, possibly a cure, possibly a something, and live in misery that I was losing my health. I had a choice. I could sit in that shit or I could make a choice to move forward. I laugh at the fact that I could be walking along and all of a sudden my leg crashes down. I laugh at the fact that my words spin out backwards or that I can't say certain words or I might, because I have a neurological condition. I have something because of the misery that I decided to stay in, the hurt, the pain that I decided to stay in had left me with my body taking a toll because your body also has its own memory. It holds on to everything until you make a choice to set it free. And I'm like, okay, I can sit here and wait for this condition to take over, or I got a choice. I can more than exist. I can live. And I made a choice to live. And do I laugh at myself? Of course I do, because sometimes a sentence goes to come out and I can hear it and it's all jumbled and backwards. And I'm like, what the hell was that? So for years, I even stopped wanting to talk publicly. Screw that. I can laugh at myself. I can laugh that I can't get a certain word out. You can find humor in those situations. So I keep moving. I always say they can't catch the condition. They can't put exact name on it because I'm always ahead of the condition. I'm always one step ahead of what is happening. I have cortisone, I have Botox, I have all kinds of stuff that's happening to help me get through. It is what it is. There's always something, there's always a solution. Instead of staying in the problem, start seeking and searching of making a choice to live in solutions instead of in problems. And you truly will be able to make those changes in your life. And so you get the choice to set yourself free. I don't get to set you free. You get to set you free. And so it's like you truly have to make the choice to choose you. And you have to make a commitment. You have to be willing to invest into you. When you're willing to invest into you, anything happens. A lot of these women who are in my programs that take these programs, they had the courage to like reach out and say, hey, I can't, and this is how so many payment options became available for so many things that I do. They say, hey, I can't afford this right now, but I can afford to pay this. I can afford to, but I need this. I need this for me. And it's like, and it's amazing when you make a choice to reach into you, to start to shift and move, take that breath, breathe through. It's amazing what will start to happen for you, and find the humor. And Carlene is one of those women who reached out. She's in the program. She highly recommends to anybody. It has helped her tenfold. and she's still working on herself, and she's still in more than existing. There's so many things that take place. I'm still in more than existing. So the other card that comes up is the Trickster. And we are our own worst enemy. When we talk about this one don't like me, and this enemy's out there, and this person's out to get me, and the world's out to get me, we trick ourselves, we deceive ourselves into believing our stories to be as real as they are alive today. The past is non-existent, only the life that we bring it to it today. The energy that is there, are the experiences real? You're effing right, they're real. Our pain is real. It really hurts. We still feel it. We still know it. We know the absence of our loved ones in our lives. There is no doubt. It is freaking real, and it hurts. But we are here to keep moving. And this whole, if we allow ourselves to be tricked into believing that there's no more life for us to live, there's nothing left. Just like this fear story that we're living in, that there's no more beauty, that the world is collapsing, everything is falling apart. Bullshit. There is still beauty to see. There's still humor. There's still life. We still have an opportunity. We can still breathe. And we still have a sparkle that is still there with the inside of us. You have to find your sparkle. You have to find that sense of being able to take the mask off, be real, be honest, real, vulnerable with yourself, and just say, I am done with that bullshit. I have to start creating this within myself, start living in. And so it's that whole betrayal. Nobody betrays us as much as we betray ourselves. Remember that. The one person that betrayed me more than anybody was me. So when we can move past the self-pity, when we can get over ourselves, when we can take ownership and responsibility for our own lives, the one person that betrayed us is us, because we know the red flags, we see the red flags, we make a choice, we believe the old stories of the past to be real, that, oh, you need to be this person, you have to do this, it's those roles that we play, oh, you're a mother, so you have to give up everything of yourself, oh, you have a husband, you have a wife, so you have to forget everything of yourself, you have to be dedicated here, like all these things that we do. Or those friends that betrayed you 30 years ago, I hate to tell you, but those friends are not those same people. Now they're grown adults, right? And so everything that happened prior that we're allowing to keep us held hostage, that ball and chain, is us continuing to betray ourselves because we're believing it to be true. And we have to be willing to move beyond that. Yeah, it is work. That's right, Angie. It is freaking work, and it takes work. And so, right, because it's so true. We make those decisions. We make choices. Every choice, every decision that we make to betray ourselves, or to betray our moments that are being given to us to be able to shine in our own moments, we truly are betraying ourselves. And it's like, you have to be willing to start to face that within yourself. Be honest with yourself. It's a truth, trust me. And I'm not saying that I haven't been there, because if I wasn't there, I wouldn't have been able to create this and live in this. But it took me honestly being honest with myself to really be able to say, you know what? I keep hiding who I am. I keep trying to downplay even who I am. I keep figuring that I have to fit into the world, so I better start being more normal instead of being my odd, weird self. Or, it's like, oh, I keep getting these channel messages, and I keep telling people these channel messages, I'm giving out all of this. What am I getting back from this? What's coming back? And so creating this world and this environment was, you know what? I couldn't be a hairdresser no more. I did it for 30 years. I have to do something different. I have all these gifts. I have everything inside of me. Why am I not using my gifts for the highest good of the world and for myself, and taking care of me while I help other people? You have to remember that. You also have to take care of you. Right? That's right. It's all within inside of us. Rome wasn't built in a day, ever. It takes time. I have been at this for years, and it's work in progress. And everything, it's like there was a limiting belief between even getting this book out, because publishers don't just come looking for you unless you're living amongst the privileged that have, that have the opportunity, that's already got that power behind them of, being a celebrity or whatever, that a publisher is going to run after you you say you're going to write a book and they're begging you, you got to pay for this. So like, this costs a lot of money for me to publish, but it was so worth the investment. And it was people believing in me that made this book happen, that makes this come out. You have to believe in yourself enough to be willing to invest into writing your own story. Don't mean you're all going to write a book. It just means you're going to write your own story, to start creating your own life, to live in that life. And it's like this whole sense of, right? You didn't lose your spirituality, Ashley. No, you didn't. You don't lose your spirituality. It is inside of you. We all have that light inside of you. If you're not sure what your gifts are, our biggest gift is our creativity, our free will, and our ability to be the best human being that we can be, Catherine. That's the best that we have. And it's like knowing those, your smile, your ability to be a messenger to somebody today, to just say, hey, I see you. You look beautiful today. Or even just be able to say a hello to somebody. That's you using the power of the light that's inside to light up somebody else's world. That's our gift. We don't have to dig deep. And I always say, everyone who goes on to seek and to search and to find their power, your power, to find your purpose is to live on purpose, to being the best human being that you can be, to making the best of the human experiences that we have, to making the best of life instead of letting life be squandered away and wasted away. To start believing in something that you cannot see, that is called faith, instead of believing in something that you cannot see, that is fear. And whenever I hear people say, I don't believe in what you do because there's no proof, you can't prove it. And I said, funny freaking thing, you can believe in faith, you can believe in fear, but you can't see fear, but you can believe in that, but you can't believe in what we do. Funny thing about that. We pick and choose the realities that we want to believe and the stories we want to believe that align to how we're making a choice to choose to live our lives. And that's the truth. Right? It has 11:11. I love my 11:11. Last card is you have to believe that the magic and miracles is inside of you. Fairy godmother energy. This is the sense that there's something inside of us. This world is full of this magical energy, but you have to be willing to reach up to grab it. You got to be willing to lean into you to grab it. You can't keep leaning into your past. You can't keep going back to those stories. You can feel your pain, but not live in the misery. Climb above the misery and sit on top of the pain and say, I am very aware of what I have been through, but that experience is an opportunity for me to possibly help somebody else through theirs, so I can take focus off of me sitting in that misery and pull myself forward to be able to do something for the highest good of all. And that is us then getting out of our misery. And so the fairy godmother is the revelation, discovery, the epiphanies, those aha moments that we have, those awakening moments, being able to move, that you are an explorer. You're here to discover you. You're here to rediscover what you came with. You arrived in unconditional love with everything that you need perfectly in place. You were not missing nothing. You were coming for the human experience, and the soul self of us, that spirit of us inside of us, wanted us to explore the human experience. Know that you're going to mess up, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to do whatever, but you can't be in control of everything, but what you are in control of is your heart and your mind, and what you allow yourself to believe, and what you allow yourself to watch, what you allow yourself to get caught up in, and you get that choice to be able to move forward. So today, find something to raise your vibration. Let yourself shift and move your energy. Get out of your own way today. Believe that you have the possibility with every single breath to be living in a new present moment with a new opportunity, and that you're here to be and explore and discover your life. That's what you're here for. That's what I suggest. Find something to smile about. Say hello. Make somebody else's day by just, even if you got to wear that mask and they can't see the smile on your face, they can see the sparkle in your eye. Even if we have to be distant. Most of all, go into Corrie School of Magic. Get yourself enrolled in the upcoming events. Get yourself into some of the free stuff that is there. Go to my YouTube. Follow even on the Facebook. Go down through the pages. Look at all of the videos, the vlogs, the channeled messages. And if you want your forecast reading for 2021, so you can feel and see the energy shifting of the 2021, let's start shifting your energy into the possibility of a future that we don't know, but it's already probably created for us. And let's just start doing that. All of this is all available to you. The world has everything that we need. Start reaching, seeking, and searching into it. Much love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on these very impromptu moments that are popping up that I show up in here. Now I have to go back to work because I have a class to teach tonight. So much love to you all. Thank you for being with me. Mwah. Bye-bye.